22. Drew Valentine is with us now. And, Drew, before we get to the game, if we could just get an update on a couple of things. Marquise Kennedy only played 3 minutes in the second half, didn't start tonight, looked like an injury. Jaden Dawson out with an injury now, we're told. And tell us what's going on with St. Thomas. He was not on the bench tonight.
Yeah, so all I can say about St. right now is obviously he's voluntarily withdrawn from school. He's doing so to take care of his mental health, and obviously we're fully supporting his decision in doing so, and decided that he no longer wanted to be a part of the program. So, and take a breath. So, and then Marquise, apparently something happened in warm-ups, and I was told he couldn't play, but then second half he could, but it wasn't. He wasn't. So I can't tell you what the issue with Marquise is. I hope that he hasn't given up on this team, and I hope he wants to be out there on the floor. But also he's got to take care of his body, and we want him to be healthy out there as well. So hoping that whatever happened during warm-ups today, it's a minor thing, and he can be ready to go for Saturday. Jaden Dawson broke his hand on Saturday against St. Joe's. He's obviously in a cast. You guys saw that. And he's going to be reevaluated in 2 weeks, kind of go from there. And it could be anywhere from 3 weeks to 4 weeks to 5 weeks to 6 weeks, 7 weeks. So obviously the next 2 weeks and probably a week after, but anywhere from 3 to 7 weeks.
All right, well, we certainly wish Saint the best and a speedy recovery to Marquise and Jaden. Let's talk about the game. You talked after the VCU game with us right here courtside, and you cited compete, fouls that were unnecessary, and turnovers as three areas where the team was really failing. First half tonight, for the most part, especially the first 16 minutes of this game, you go into halftime, 5 turnovers, 3 fouls. And, I mean, this team, you forced 12 turnovers. Things were going really well. What was the difference from about that 16-minute mark of the first half on down the rest of the way?
Well, they went zone. It obviously slowed us down. But personally, I mean, I got to watch the film back. I thought, obviously there's possessions every game. I mean, we did it to them. They had a couple shot clock violations. So there's possessions every game where you get stagnant offensively. That's part of it. But I thought for the most part we got the ball to Phil in the middle of the zone, what we wanted it to do, or we got wide open looks from three, in my opinion. And so that slowed us down, though. It slowed down our flow. It slowed down our transition attack some. And so I'll give them credit on that because it kind of slowed us down a little bit. But then in addition to that, man, their players made plays. Perkins was shooting 29% from three coming into today. We obviously know he's a good player, but he hit 4 threes that were all like dagger level threes. Sincere Parker's a guy that had made 6 threes on the whole year coming into the game and makes 2 in the first half to keep them going when Perkins and Collins were in foul trouble in the first half. Okoro came up with 4 big offensive rebounds, and I would say the combination of the zone and then their players made plays, and I don't think we stuck to the game plan very well, in particular in the second half. The missed assignments but I got to do a better job coaching it. It can't be all on the players. We tried to really simplify, and there wasn't a whole lot of one-on-one plays that were made today. We obviously are trying to keep the paint compact and keep people from driving us. So, they're players that aren't shooting great from three stepped up and made plays tonight, and you got to tip your cap to them. And then they made their free throws when it counted.
So we noticed that you moved Bryce Golden into the starting lineup and brought Tom Welch off the bench. Did that have the impact that you were looking for tonight?
I don't think so. We know Tom brings energy every single night, and so that's what I was hoping for today, especially with Jaden, because Jaden gives us scoring pop off the bench. So with him being out, I wanted to do something where we could get a boost of energy when he comes in the game. And I thought Tom gave us a boost of energy. I mean, he had 7 rebounds. He was super active. But I was hoping by starting Bryce, it would give him a little bit of confidence. And I'm not going to obviously give up on Bryce. We haven't given up on Bryce all year. Bryce is a talented guy. We believe in him. And I know what he does in practice every day, and we're going to continue. He had a couple good things defensively that he did. He was more confident calling out screen and roll coverage. I thought his screen and roll defense was better. One of the better times that he's done it all year. So, we're going to continue to stay with Bryce, believe in him. We're going to continue to believe in all of our guys. And, I hope everybody is doing the same. I hope people aren't quitting on this group because I don't think this group looks like a group that's just laying down. I think this group looks like a team that wants to win games and, especially in the first halves, are playing with passion. So we just got to do that for a second half.
Yeah, as you said, the compete was there certainly in the first half for sure. And Jalen Quinn really made the most of his opportunity out there tonight. It sounds like maybe more and more guys are going to get opportunities like that as we go along.
I thought JQ was fantastic. And, he's been spending, even before Marquise got hurt today, I would say the last, 2 weeks, JQ has been spending the most time that he's ever spent on his individual game. He's made a commitment to that. I think he had a great mentality and approach tonight, no matter if he made a mistake or not. And when his mentality is that, he's so talented. He's fast. You saw him, get to the rim. You saw he missed the layup, but he was still 5 of 10 from the floor, and you saw him take 4 threes. I want him taking open threes because I know he can make them. I saw him hit in high school the 3 times that I saw him play for his high school team. Obviously, I saw him play for his club team a bunch. The 3 times I saw him hit 4 or more threes in every single game that I saw him play. And we're going to continue to pump him up to do so, encourage him to do so, and continue to work with him on his game because he's going to be a valuable piece, especially with Jaden out. And hopefully Marquise is back. But if Marquise has to miss time, Jalen's going to have to play even more.
Okay, so looking ahead to Saturday for St. Bonaventure as we prepare for that, they have Daryl Banks at third and Cairo Luke, 2 high-scoring guards coming in. So what would be our game plan or our mentality to try to slow those guys down?
You know what? I haven't watched them yet. I've seen them play. I saw them play St. Louis on film. I saw them play George Mason on film. I know they're extremely tough. I know they're extremely gritty, well-coached group. Coach Schmidt is obviously one of the best coaches in the country. I know they run a ton of offensive sets. So we're going to have to do a really good job. And I know Luke especially can really get it going with the ball in his hands. And then Banks is a really good shooter, kind of similar to running off screens like how Jimerson was tonight. So we got to do a really good job on those guys. But I haven't really watched a whole bunch to know the details of what we're going to try to do to slow them down.
All right, thanks, Coach. Let's go beat the Bonnies.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
All right, we appreciate you.